Hey guys, Chris here for the Patch Universe. So in this video I wanted to talk about the writer Charles Bukowski that I talked about a bit more than a week ago. And I wanted to explore why, in my opinion, Charles Bukowski became so successful. You know, when you read the poems of Charles Bukowski, one of the things you will notice, and one of the things I felt, is that a lot of his texts are actually not very poetic. You know, they are really mundane. The style is very simple, straightforward. So I was wondering, but why was he so successful? And apparently I am not the only one wondering, because I saw the people on the internet actually asking the same question. So in this video I wanted to answer to that question. So I read a lot of poems from Charles Bukowski, and most of his poems, in my opinion, are not good. I read a poem not so long ago where he describes in vivid details how he's having a shower with his fuck friend, and I don't find that really interesting. It was not interesting in terms of style, it was not interesting in terms of content. I did not learn anything except the way he had his shower, obviously, but I didn't need to learn that. But some of his texts are really powerful and really spoke to me and to other people, like The Genius of the Crowd, Go All the Way, The Strongest of the Strange, and you can probably find others that really spoke to you as a person. So the thing is, I started wondering, and I read the answer of the people. It seemed that the people who are willing to Charles Bukowski are really fascinated by his work. They're really big fans. He was never accepted actually in the mainstream media, but always had an underground public audience. So why was he actually so successful? In my opinion, it's because he actually was representing, he was the voice of the broken people. A lot of us in this world feel actually lost and broken. Maybe you feel like that. I often felt like that. And when I saw some of his texts, I really recognized that. You will see a lot of writers that people taught you in school, and you will have the feeling that you will never be able to reach that. They were better than you, and you remember that person was better than you. You remember the family reunions, where people were talking about their children going to universities, having such great marks and grades, when you could not do that. You were considered to be a failure. Or that's just a small example. People become drug addicts. Or people just get fired and fired and fired. They just can't get a job. They can't get a girlfriend, whatever. A lot of people in this world feel like failure. And Charles Bukowski, for me, represents the idea of the voice of the broken people. The voice of the failure. And actually the thing is, the thing that is funny is like this guy was a really good example of self-destruction. He was an alcoholic, he could not keep a job, he could not keep a woman. But he was not a failure, because now we are still talking about him as one of the most prolific writers of all time. So I believe that actually Charles Bukowski shows us that it's okay to be the way we are. It shows us that we don't have to be the shining image of, the great kid that everybody wants us to be, but that we can still succeed and thrive in this society despite what we are. It makes us feel that it's okay to be like that. So, basically, Charles Bukowski is not my favorite writer. I learned a lot from him as a writer. I find his style very interesting, and I really think it's good to read a lot of different poets. But in this video I just wanted to discuss that, and that's the reason why for me he was successful. But I want to know why you like about Charles Bukowski, or you don't like Charles Bukowski. Maybe you can tell me why. And also another thing I want to say, I'm gonna talk about different writers, and if you have like one poet or other writer that you want me to analyze or talk about, let me know in the comment down below. I'm really curious and I would find that really interesting. Have a nice day, and have a nice day.